You done messed up, boyo.
NANI?
You never see it come down.
Man, this game is so fun.
Now that's comedy.
So Super Smash Bros. Is my favorite game series ever. Every single one. Sakurai hates the rating board and let Palutena expose her thighs.
Wait, what?
So the premise for the game is that everyone is here. Yes, you got Marth, Redhead Marth, Daddy Marth, Long Hair Marth, Buff Marth who lost weight due to anxiety, and Kirby. Now, what is Smash Brothers? Well, it's a fighting game that has so many characters from different series, and it's much easier to get into than most other fighters. So out of all the available modes it has, the first one you should try is, well,
Settle it in Smash!
this is where you pick a fighter to verse others or the CPU. It is easily the most played mode for me and my brother. Every time we play, we go through our list of characters, just defeating CPUs back to back. And yes, this is really fun. But it also means that half of the characters are considered main for me. No, I'm not one of those people who have like 4 mains. I will play around 30 characters on a consistent basis.
What did you say?
But of course, I do have some extra special favorites, and these would be Bowser, Pokemon Trainer, Ryu, Captain Falcon, and Jojo? Now we would just pick these unique pairs we made for ourselves, like Bowser with Kirby, and then go absolutely crazy trying to combo the CPU and dunk them off the side. It is easily the most fun I've ever had in a video game.
Fighting!
And I mean, just look at this complete roster. It's beautiful. I'm still honestly amazed at the sheer amount of characters, most with unique moves, that they brought into this game. It really is the every person fighting game. Now for some thoughts on the new characters. And holy moly, Incineroar is so fun. I mean, he just poses after every single move he lands.
You like it?
His moves seem to be based on wrestling, including summoning a side ring from the netherworld, but his attitude and how he plays is just so charming. And I absolutely love how wild his color scheme is, which leads me to the next character being Inkling. Now they probably have the best skins in the game for me, since every single one is so unique. I've said it before and I'll say it again. Nintendo can make so much money with actual skins for characters. And Inkling, you got skins like Anime Girl, League of Legends, an actual hipster.
What?
Now to their moves. Well, this is so confusing. I love all of their moves, but wow, it is such a high learning curve to know when to refill the ink. But covering opponents in gunk will never get old.
You like it?
But then as you've seen, my favorites are usually the big heavy hitters. So we come to everyone's favorite big purple dinosaur. Yes, it's... Oh wait, no, not you. This thing. I just really like his B-side move so much, and the fact that he pulls a Broly on them, all the while looking awkward as heck. You know I had to do it to them. So then, with all of these cool new characters, I got to wind it back a bit since I got some minor gripes with the matches. Now the first thing you'll notice is that you pick the stages first, and while this is a neat feature, it can be a bit frustrating for non-competitive players. I mean, from what I understand, the game loads the stage in the background, meaning the skins lag when you choose them.
Fighting!
Not to mention you have to re-pick the character and the skin after every single match. But at least the stage more feature during a match is so fun and unpredictable. And then you have the rule sets, where instead of picking rules with simple ease, you do it once, then save it as a rule set. Now anytime you want to change the rules, you have to go into the rules set, change it, then save it, and if you save it as a new name, it does not copy it, it just saves over the old one. Now I do know it is good for competitive matches, but for me, the casual, it can get a little bit annoying. But anyway, enough of that, as we have the story mode. So ultimate story mode is that everyone is dead. Yes, they brought them all in, only to off them. Now the story mode in this game is World of Light. And no spoilers, but it's very, very long. I mean, the concept is really creative and fun, letting Sakurai pick his favorite, since Kirby is the strongest character in the game. But it is just so grindy. The point is to move on the grid, opening up the map and fighting characters to get spirits. But after like 3 hours, you zoom out of the map and go, what the heck? How much more is there? Now the spirits replace trophies and cover numerous well-known franchises like Persona Fire Emblem and niche visual novels that don't include Phoenix Wright or Layton, and also a giant rabbit. And is that Link? In a kangaroo?
A what now?
You can level up these by equipping them or giving them boosters. In battle they give you benefits like more attack or say the floor is sticky. It won't affect you at all with this spirit. But anyway, back to the mode. You run around the map like a little squirrel, unlocking more characters and spirits. And now each spirit gets a character to represent them. So for example, Electman is represented by a Pikachu with electric floors. And this continues for every single spirit in this mode. Now if you're familiar with the characters, you will get the reference to what changes they did to the match and fighter to make it feel like the spirit is in the game, which shows to me just how much effort was put into this mode. It feels like the team spent a long time trying to make these feel authentic. Yeah, it's not just Sakurai making the entire game. And then you can get all these extra items to help you level up your spirits, to sometimes even get new forms. Now the spirits have type advantages, and this combined with the spirit level plus the support gives you an overall ranking, which you can then use to work out if you can defeat the enemy, because some of them can be an absolute pain. It still is amazing that there is over 20 hours of content in this mode, but I personally would have loved another subspace from Brawl, with new cutscenes of all the characters interacting with each other, because at least in those games, you had platforming segments which would break up the repetitive fighting in that mode. And the story mode is the basic way to get character unlocks, since at the start, you only get a handful of characters in Smash mode. Unless you play versus matches, quit back to the start screen, then lose a match to unlock them all in only a few hours. Why are you so hard to defeat? Also, I just thought I'd mention that there's no co-op in the story. Yes, Nintendo, the sibling first company, lets only one player play the mode. You were the chosen one! Yeet. And as for the other modes, well, you have online. So anyway, classic mode returns with this beautiful mural painting. And what do you know? It's co-op. This mode is actually really fun though,
since the fights
are themed on the character, i.e. Marth only fighting dragon characters, or dragon cosplayers.
Meow?
After doing that, and totally not losing at all, you run down a hallway, which is the same for each character, collecting these yellow orbs. And then, after that, you fight the usual Master and Crazy Hand, while some other characters get special bosses, like Rathalos from Monster Hunter, and he is so amazing!
I have defeated the beast.
Now another mode that the game includes is
Squad Strike,
which, by the way, I was surprised at how much fun it was. So the premise is that you and your opponent pick 3 or 5 characters, and then you can either have it so each life is a new character, or separate matches. And it really was just fun trying out the different character combinations, like a full yellow team, JoJo team, and of course Fire Emblem Smash.
Yes!
Then you have the return of Tourney, but surprisingly, no target mode or home run or anything like that. Well, maybe not surprising since so much work was put into the story mode, but it just kind of feels different when every mode is
Fighting.
fighting.
Fighting!
The older games had these kinds of modes where you just didn't fight with the characters to help break up the gameplay. But anyway, what with the successful release of Xenoblade 2, and with it totally not showing up at the Game Awards, which didn't reveal anything cool by the way, at least they were properly represented in the game. Oh dear lord, no! You also have the pause feature with some new updates. Now I know most people won't talk about this, but I really do love it, and it's the shop. So there was this feature from Brawl where you could unlock music and stickers in matches, i.e. not every music track was unlocked at the start, and this carries over here. Sort of. Where in the shop it has new things to buy, with some World of Light boosts, Mii costumes, and of course songs. I know it's a small thing, but I really like unlocking new music in games. And then finally there are the challenges you can do to unlock these often amusing screenshots made by the devs. Some referencing their games, and others, well...
Oh, that's great.
So overall, Smash Ultimate is an amazing game. It builds up on everything the series has brought so far, while still offering tons of new content all to the same high quality we've come to expect. He really does deserve a break after this. But also, while the character list is huge with the most series representation ever, and the other cool features, I do feel there were some odd decisions in some of the modes. While strides were made to improve things for competitive, it feels like they went back on the casual player's fun in the normal modes. Smash is the biggest gaming franchise out there, considering it has so many games represented, which of course brings in so many different levels of fans, who each have their own wants for the game. And I do understand they can't please everyone. I mean, hey, I'm one of those people who bought a Wii U just for Smash, and I love the menus. Yes, I know my wants are weird, but it is just a shame that the World of Light is a bit grindy, single player only, and that some changes were made to Smash mode, kinda dampening the overall mood for this game just a little bit. But I'm sure there can be nothing they can do to pick up this feeling I have to get me excited for any future content in this game.
For real?
Trojan, RamZaes, Magnum, Chic.